It's nice to meet you, Joe. We're launching out of La France in Mississippi. This whole launch and marina, it's called a marina and fish camp. It's just a lovely place. They got a bait shop, and we're gonna make the big run, jump across Lake Bourne out to the outside of the Biloxi Marsh. And by the way, guys, I really appreciate your comments. I always like to know how the channel's working for you. Get a hold of?
I don't know, I think it's a red.
Oh, you're close to the boat, huh? I saw your cork. Oh, it's a redfish.
Oh, I'm surprised he's given up.
Oh,
That is a big one, John. The fact that you chased him saved me a bunch of time. Look at the size of that thing.
that thing's big. There you go.
No, 38.
38.
Yeah. He fought like a jack.
There you go. Kicking hard. Cool. That sound is music to my ears. We have found a very nice flock of seagulls here next to an oyster bed out on the edge of Biloxi Marsh. And we're going to stick with our swim baits under corks, because that seems to be working well with the trout. Now the shrimp are jumping out of the water over here.
Good.
This may be a catfish.
I don't
Nope,
think
it's
so.
a nice trout.
Come on in here, trout.
Well, that's my first keeper trout. Out here this is Chandeleur Sound. We're gonna hit this pole over here. Chandeleur Sound under the birds. That looks a little better there.
Shaking better.
Oh yeah.
Much better.
David's catching his trout with a Nature Shed Lemonhead, and I had the B2 squid on, but when the trout are in this kind of feeding frenzy, I don't think the color really matters that much. It's mostly getting the bait in front of their faces.
Okay.
Because the shrimp are still popping over here. There was a fish hit me, but I didn't get him. So the birds have stopped diving, at least temporarily, but we're still fishing here because the fish are still down there. Ah, another takedown. Pretty strong. One will keep. Yours is close to keeping too. My fish has a shrimp whisker sticking out of it. See this? The rest of the shrimp is in the gullet. Oh, aggressive one. Not small, but aggressive. They're kind of skinny 12s, I bet. Was yours a 12?
Yeah, it was over 12.
Yeah, I think they're kind of skinny 12 inchers. Ha! I caught him through both lips. I don't think I was going to lose that one. They are aggressive though. That aggressive summer bite.
This one's beautiful. Right
that's
there.
a decent
Ooh, that's
fish
a big,
there.
ooh, that's a nice one, John. Nice trout. That's a pretty one.
Yeah, that's a nice fish. About a 16. I'm gonna try the matrix shad Holy Jolly. Just kind of a shrimp color, and they're feeding on shrimp. There's just fish, something's hitting the water continuously up here. I mean, they don't look like mullet. Are they pogies? Could be bull reds. 100 bull reds under them. There's a fish. Oh, oh wow. Okay, I got something here, baby. Whoa.
Maybe that's a jack.
That could be a jack there. It's either a jack or a redfish. That is not a trout. Oh, that's a redfish.
That thing is busting.
Oh!
Trying to
Hold on now. Oh! Man, this is a massive bowl again. See the mouth on that thing?
Yeah.
Came up. Okay, here we go. I'm working him hard though. There you go. Thank you. 30, 38, probably close to 40.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Big sucker. Wow, he came in with a whole bunch of these little things. These were all in his mouth. Some kind of little crustacean creature. Or they were on his out skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one, it's like the first cast on this Holy Jolly matrix shad. The bite has slowed down, so we're gonna move on. So we're on Martin Island now, along Martin Island, and this is out in Chandeleur Sound. A lot of birds here, a lot of dolphins, and you can see bait hitting the surface. More like Brown Pelican Island. And actually Martin Island doesn't look too good. It's pretty brown. There's only a little bit of grass on the one end. Looks low. Pelicans like it, but we're catching no fish. In fact, the only island that we do catch any fish on is a little, like a reef island next to a point. Off the deep side of this island, there's one.
Good deal.
Fish. Ooh, nice trout.
You're on bottom.
Yes, sir.
I like that.
It's a nice trout.
Yep.
So that fish I caught on the matrix shad green hornet, which is a great bait. Very good color. I often go to that if I'm going to jig on the bottom. So let's think about this. We've tried a couple of different islands, nothing there but birds, no fish. The only place that we really have caught fish is on oyster beds. So we need to go back and look at oyster beds.
Nothing like a squid.
Fish.
V2.
No, this is the Holy Jolly.
Oh, Holy Jolly.
Nope. It's a good color. Wow, we have some action.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they are not big yet, but you know, we haven't seen trout for a long time. None of those islands. So it was a good strategic decision to target oyster beds instead of islands. That's the real trout now. Oh, we're talking. Yeah. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Okay.
Where have you been all
Back in the game. That took the green hornet.
Mm-hmm.
A good one that time, huh?
That was good.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to put on the green hornet.
Get on in here, Trout. Okay. Sounds good.
Oh yeah, that's a keeper there. Getting a lot more action since I put on the green hornet. Matrix shad. Coming through. Well, on a cork, I don't usually fish it on a cork. This oyster bed, only about 3 acres. There's a lot more fish on here than anywhere we've seen. I don't naturally find myself gravitating toward fishing oyster beds. I find them a little bit intimidating because you can look across a bay. There'll be 5 miles across the bay and there'll be nothing but oyster poles all the way across. And I really doubt there are trout on every oyster bed. And so it's intimidating knowing where to start. But this year I've been fishing with good success on oyster beds that are near land. So like I said before, if you guys want to leave any comments, I always appreciate that. I enjoy reading fishing reports or just suggestions you guys have or comparisons to what I'm doing. And even suggestions about the videos that I'm making is helpful. I'm trying to make these videos as worth your time as possible. Wherever you live, hope you can get out and enjoy this wonderful sport.